Hi there, it's Natasha and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to be creating this Baby Onesie card from scratch actually. So I have I think this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I have got my little scoring blade in there. So not a cutting blade but the scoring one, and I'm scoring this piece of paper at 5 inches. And then I am going to um, use the cutting blade and cut. The score line is at the 5 inch mark. So anyway, it'll end up being a 5 inch card when you fold it over. But I want it to be 5 by 7 inches, so I have just marked 7 inches with my T-ruler, and I'm just going to cut off that bottom bit there. So I now have a 5 by 7 card, folded card. And now I have on the left is a piece of copy paper, and it is just one single piece of paper. It's not a card, and it's 5 inches by 7 inches, so super simple. And I am going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to sketch on kind of what I think a baby onesie would look like. I'm sure there are certainly templates that you can print out from the internet. You might even have one already or have something that you could trace around. I was just creating one from scratch, and yeah, I had one on the left there as an earlier attempt, and then I was like, maybe I will show this to you guys if anybody's interested. So I'm just cutting out the copy paper one here just so that I can trace around it onto my card. The reason I folded it in half is that I wanted it to be symmetrical, and you need to remember that down this left hand side here I want that to be the hinge of the card, so do not cut that part. That part needs to stay intact. So I'm just roughly tracing around it with a little pencil here, and I know that you guys can't super see the lines really well once I take this template off, but they're there, and then I'm just going to cut them out with my little scissors. As I said, this is a super basic shape, and this is just sort of like a DIY card. I made a few of these recently, and then yeah, I thought about sharing it with you guys in case anybody was interested. So just cutting out all those little bits. This card is made from 110-pound Nina Solar White cardstock. So here I just have some stencils ready to go. I'm just going to do really basic decorations of this card. All of these stencils are from AliExpress, and I'll try and link them down below in case you are interested. I am going to put a piece of copy paper in the middle just to protect the inside of the card, and then I have a spun sugar distress oxide ink, here, and I'm just going to do a really kind of light coating over the entire card. This is most definitely a girl's card. Obviously, I'm just going for 3 different shades of pink. And you could do whatever you want, and I am just doing this so basic. There is so many amazing things that you could add to these, buttons and lace and all sorts of amazing things to make a really cool onesie, but I'm just going super basic to show you guys. So I decided to add the star stencil all over this little onesie, and this is in the Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide colour. So just go over one, and then I'm just using that little piece of masking tape there to make sure that I don't go over any of the stars that I've already done, because I want it to kind of be a seamless transition between the stencils that the 2 times that I had to move the stencil. And then here are a whole lot of stamps that you could use to decorate. You could use these plain stripes from Simon Says Stamp. These stamps here are from AliExpress, some nice circles. You could make finer dots and things, textures on the onesie. And this one is kind of like a crosshatch pattern. You could do all sorts. You just have to have a look through your stash, and I bet you will find a ton of things that you could decorate your onesie with. It really is just, you could do as you please. So I'm going to use the picked raspberry, and I'm going to just add some little tiny details using that Simon Says Stamp stamp set, and this one is like 3 really fine lines. And I'm just using those wee pieces of post-it note paper tape just so that I don't get any on the card. So there you go, using the picked raspberry, I'm just really lightly going to go around the outside and create some gentle shading for the outside of the card. Just kind of defines the edges, and a little bit of a finishing touch kind of thing. There are honestly endless options that you could do with this. There are so many. So this is really just the bare bones of a card. You could go all out, or you could leave it like I did, and yeah, just have it like this. So I'm going to use Hello Baby Girl. Hello is from one set and Baby Girl is from another set, and I'm deciding whether to stack it or to have it kind of like that there. And I decided that I would stack it all. I tried both ways, and I tried stamping them out, and this is the way that I like the best. So I'm just going to stamp it using some VersaFine Onyx black ink. Because this does not fit in my Misty, obviously it's too big. I only have a mini Misty, so I didn't want to muck it up, hence why I used my VersaFine. Now these, I just want to create 3 little buttons on the bottom for the snaps, and I was going to use these little glass ones from AliExpress. As I said, I'll try and link them down below. Then I was thinking about little silver snaps, and I tried those little pink sequins as well. But in the end, I ended up going for the little glass ones just because I liked the look. They looked a little bit fancy. So I'm using some matte medium to glue them on, and that will be completely see-through once it's all dry. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you found this slightly useful and maybe give it a go yourself. Thanks. Bye.